Yo! What's up, guys? What's up, y'all? Back in here with another video. We're going to actually teach you how to become smart. How to be intelligent. We're going to watch this video. And actually, hold up. Is my lighting good? Hold up, let me... Oh, yeah, I'm good. Okay, my phone just looks hella dark. Teach you how to be fucking smart, eh? Let's go.
Smart. In most of the world, you're told that it takes 12 years of school, plus
Damn.
4 years of college,
Damn.
plus 6 years of graduate school to become
Damn.
smart. But what you
40
actually become
years.
is homeless. That's not even a joke. But
Damn.
on the bright
You niggas
side, when you make a
homeless?
Reddit post about how you can't get a
I'm
job,
not gonna lie.
you can do it in perfect English.
I'm not gonna lie, I would be homeless without my parents right now, so can't hate on y'all guys.
If you haven't guessed by the title, becoming smart is actually very easy, even if you think your genetics make you dumb. If you compare yourself to every other animal,
You know me, man, smartest guy alive in here, you know what I'm saying?
you're actually pretty overpowered. When people like you and me say we want to get smarter, it means a bunch of things. We want to learn useful skills, ideally skills that make money. We want to be good at solving problems, hopefully for money. We want to get better grades and learn difficult subjects to make more money, and also to flex on people. And lastly, we want to sound smart in conversation, just enough so people respect you, but not too much to the point where people think you're a nerd. The problem is, most advice on the internet is so vague and philosophical that even if it works, the only people who could actually follow it are Oprah and Socrates. And if you instead look for specific advice that you can actually try right now, this is what you get. Eat blueberries because they're brain food.
What?
Drink black coffee. Exercise.
What?
Sleep more. Take IQ tests. Listen to classical music. These things sound good, but at some point you have to,
I heard about exercising the IQ test. I never knew about fucking coffee and blueberries. That's crazy.
actually learn stuff. Besides, even in the past, there have been some geniuses who've spent the whole day sitting at a desk, getting 2 to 4 hours of sleep a day. So what can you actually do to get smarter that's not just the same 6 brain hacks from a Facebook post copied and pasted from a WikiHow article inspired by a quote spray painted on a New York subway wall? The main thing you need to do is read. What kind of reading? It depends. Fiction is good for learning to read faster, and it gives you a better vocabulary. Also, if you read a lot of dialogue,
I'm not gonna lie, I read a lot of like non-fiction books because I always try to get that financial advice. Which, what thing that sucks about financial books is they all kind of feel the same. After a while, like you'll read 5 of them and you're like, damn, all 5 of these books kind of tell you the same shit. So, what I would say is like read fiction because for the enjoyment to try to enjoy reading more, and I think you could read nonfiction more on the side. Like read the nonfiction if you really feel like you're struggling with that subject, like I'm saying, like financial stuff, I would read it on the side. But I would read a fiction book just to read it, like for fun. Like if you want to just spend some time reading a book, that's what I would probably start with. Because reading a nonfiction book all the time kind of gets boring after a while. Like you feel like you doing too much. Like it feels like you either learned the information already or just too much.
it makes you feel like you have friends. But most people go straight for nonfiction, which indeed is the key to being able to casually drop interesting knowledge in conversations. For example, just by reading this book, you can come off to anyone in conversation as someone who knows history. The key is to not be obnoxious about it. Crazy how we evolved from chimpanzees, right? Well, actually, evolution is non-linear, and several human-like species inhabited Earth simultaneously, none of which could even be remotely considered as chimpanzees.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a nerd, but this guy's a dick. Like, fuck him, man. He sucks.
Well, this is considered polite by the standards of a YouTube comment section. In real life, saying "well actually" before proving someone wrong will make you instantly unlikable. Change the "well" to an "easy," and now we're talking. Let's redo that conversation. Crazy how we evolved from chimpanzees, right? It is crazy, right? You know, I was reading the other day and apparently humans and chimpanzees... I always thought we evolved from them, but I guess we just evolved side by side. You can be smart while also being humble and also sounding like you touch grass. The key is to teach people what you know without making them sound dumb. This way, people will actually learn from you, which will make them see you as smart and respectable. Now, how do you find these books? It's actually really easy. You don't have to read the same 5 books everyone tells you to read. Just think of a topic you want to learn about, like cleaning. Now Google books about cleaning. Here's one that looks good. Usually, these
I'm not gonna lie, man. You need to cop that book. My room's not like super dirty, but it lacks organization. I think that's what I need. I'm gonna have to read this book later on. You watch. I'm doing a room tour one day. That book is gonna be my recommendation. I'm gonna teach you how to clean your room without reading the book.
books cost money. But if your finger slips, you might accidentally end up on this website, and you might accidentally search for the title of the book,
site's good.
and by chance, click on the first link, and oh no, accidentally downloaded a file, and opened it.
I accidentally found this site and accidentally looked at the site.
With the appropriate ebook viewer. Well, now that you have the book, you'll also find that not only can you pick out interesting tidbits to use in conversations, but you can also learn many useful skills. There are 10 things you should know before you learn a skill. 1. Unless you practice the skill, your brain will think it's useless and forget it. 2. You only have to know 20% of the knowledge to master 80% of the skill. So I guess we could just move on. This is called the learning curve. It's a graph of how good you get at a skill over time. As you can see, just by practicing a little bit, you can make a lot of progress in the beginning. But you have to practice. No one ever learned how to tie a tie by watching how to tie a tie. You only learn how to tie a tie by watching how to tie a tie while tying a tie. The same applies to reading. Books only make you smart if you give your brain a reason to remember the stuff in the book.
Actually, 2 of these books, Think and Grow Rich and How to Win Friends and Influence People. I wanted to read Power, but I never did. I never heard of the Outliners and Atomic Habits, so I never read those hoes. But let's see.
So once you read the chapter on cleaning a bedroom, go ahead and clean a bedroom. Doesn't even have to be your bedroom. Just clean one, and now you'll never forget it. But let's just imagine that's something that you can't practice right now. Like, imagine you're reading a book about cars, and then you see this diagram of how to jumpstart a dead car with a good car. Ideally, you'll read about it, and then go practice it. But not everyone has 2 cars lying around to practice on. But you can still practice it by just imagining. Imagine the moment where you'll need to know how to jumpstart a car. Put yourself in the situation. Find a video, and pretend that's your car. By imagining the whole process from start to finish, you just convinced your brain that you used all that information, and now you'll remember it. Meanwhile, the person who just looked at the diagram and tried to memorize it still won't know what to do if they ever have to jumpstart a car. This is how you get smart. Use everything you learn, and if you can't, imagine yourself in the moment where it'll be useful. This is basically how the entire school system works. You learn a piece of information, and because it'll be like 15 years before you actually use it, your teacher creates an imaginary situation where that information is useful. That is, a test. An exam that has questions on that exact piece of information, and if you get it wrong, you fail. Or in South Korea, you get prison time.
What?
Just kidding, that's only if you cheat.
Oh, bro. Imagine going to school, you doing your paper like these. You doing your paper like this. You doing your paper like these. And you know what I'm saying? Gotta get in a little bit. Your teacher come up to you, be like, police officer, he's actually cheating. Hey guys, can we get the cops up in here? He's cheating. Hey. Or she walk up to you, be like, hey, we noticed you've been cheating on the last few tests. We noticed you've been cheating on the last 2 tests, bro. What the fuck, yo? My teacher came up to me and said that shit, bro. I don't know what I would do. And then fucking arrest me for that? That'd be crazy. Arrest me for that, it's crazy. It's crazy.
This is usually enough to make your brain at least attempt to remember the information. The only problem is, once the test is over, your brain says it's not useful anymore, and you forget it. Some people think repetition, or spaced repetition, or studying in intervals, or mind mapping will help them get better grades and learn faster. But in reality, doing practice questions will give you the most results, because they simulate the actual situation in which you'll need to use what you learned. If you don't have any practice questions, make your own, and convince yourself that the stakes are high. Like, pretend that you're hanging off a cliff by one arm, and someone's there to pull you up, but only if you can name all the parts of a human cell.
Yeah.
Learning information and making it seem useful to your brain is all you need to get smart. And this is why textbooks are the S-tier format for becoming smart as fast as possible. There's no fluff, no hand-holding, no distractions, just pure information and a bunch of practice questions. And if you can't solve them, you have to flip all the way to page XXXVVIII in the appendix to get
I remember
help.
doing that in
Textbooks
high
aren't
school,
for the
bro.
casual learner, because it's not as fun as watching a
It
YouTube
ain't-
video on the
it's
topic and forgetting it all an
boring.
hour later. But if you're
yeah,
ever up to the
that's
challenge,
just
there is a
boring.
website you might accidentally end
Yo,
up
he's
on
plugging the
where you could
website.
accidentally download free textbooks on any subject
the
you want. But
website,
before you
bro.
do that, I'm collecting donations in the form of subscribes to
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to learn how to code. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I might need to get a textbook for that. Like, I need to understand. Like, coding is not hard. It's like annoying. I feel like more than anything. So I'll probably get a textbooks for that. That's how I'm gonna apply this knowledge that I just learned. Look, I'm literally learning to become smarter by becoming smarter by learning techniques to become smarter. That's such a big brain activity. Some people don't even think that deep. But you know, we be doing this.
fund
You
the
know
next
what I
video.
mean? You know what I'm saying, bruh? Bruh, alright. That was a good video, man. Very educational, very insightful. I like that. It teaches you a lot about being smart. Like it was a very non-BS video about becoming smarter. Um yeah, I'm definitely gonna use some of these techniques because I definitely need to. Definitely need to use some of these techniques because I am needing to learn coding and I have to. I'm trying to get that job off of that. So, you know, not the easiest thing to do, I feel like I've ever done, but I think it's very possible. Anyway, though, yes, sir, yo, boy, that's gonna be the end of the video. Hope y'all have a good day, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. The next video. I don't know why my mic cut out doing that, but I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. Later.
I do what I want, and I know shit ain't free. New start wake me up, sure I play for keeps.